Welcome back to another episode of Empty Nest Adventures.tv. And we are actually starting to get on our adventure again.
Take two.
So we got back from Geethorn.
Yep.
Replaced our batteries.
Yep.
All three of them.
Yep.
We did that on Friday.
Solar batteries are brand new.
Obelink was nuts.
Oh my!
When we went down there on this Friday, I guess there was some German holiday.
It was crazy.
It was only a week before we went there on a Thursday, I think it was.
And it wasn't nearly that.
And this day was just nuts.
Yeah.
It was really crazy. And one of the things was as we got closer, we were following another camper, and pretty much assumed that they were going the same place we were because they were making every turn that we were making. And you noticed that they had a little like decal map on the side.
They had a decal Europe map.
You could stick the countries on there. So that's what she was on a new mission at Obelink.
I was on a hunt for that.
So,
I wanted that sticky map.
We went in and we snaked our way around because Obelink is kind of set up like an IKEA that you have to go through areas.
Yes.
We finally found the batteries that we needed.
Yep.
And we lucked out because normally what they call a leisure battery
solar
for these campers, that the solar charges and then you run your 12-volt stuff off of it. They're usually about $300 a piece.
Yeah.
So between the other battery, we were looking at about $750 in batteries to put in our motorhome. But when we got there, they were like $100 off or something like that. So we ended up getting both batteries for like $360.
Yeah.
So for $70 or so, we got the second battery with it. And you always kind of want to replace them because they're matched and they're tied together and everything. So we got that done, and then we came back because Frank had the rack done.
Yay!
So we could get that mounted.
We got to keep the motorcycle.
We could get the motorcycle back on there, and we could kind of head out. But before we do that, I want to talk a little bit about some of the adventures that we actually were able to accomplish while we were sitting in Haro's driveway.
Yeah.
We kind of figured out the shopping thing.
Yeah.
I think Jumbo was our favorite grocery store.
It was.
In the Netherlands. We went to the little camping store there. It was a nice camping store. Big problem trying to pay them.
Yeah.
And then we also, we liked the RCN camping, so we had done camping and we had done boondocking, dry camping. So we had tried all that and had we liked still had adventures even though we hadn't gone anywhere yet.
We were doing okay.
Yep. So we were all packed up. We were ready to go, and we weren't sure really where we wanted to go first. And Timek to the rescue again.
Yes.
Said, hey, there's this place south of here if you go called the Dutch Sahara, and it's like a big
Dutch Sahara
sand area, and we're like thinking, Netherlands, the area that's known for canals and water, has like a desert.
A Sahara desert?
A Sahara desert area? Are you kidding me? So we found a place. It was another kind of farm camp place.
Yes. We tend to like those.
Yeah, we're finding that we like the farm camp kind of place. This one used to be
out of the cities and out into the smaller towns. That's kind of how we are. We're not big city people.
This one was a sheep farm at first. Mm-hmm. In fact, that's what it was. The Dutch word for sheep farm is what it was called. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. But I think they just did cows when we were there at this point. But it was like right on the edge of this national park that is the Dutch Sahara. So we booked 2 nights there. Mm-hmm. We got down there, and as soon as we opened up the camper and set up the camper, we had 2 gentlemen coming at us. Mainly because we have German license plates on the motorhome, but the motorcycle has a Dutch or Netherlands license plate. So they were trying to figure out how we did that.
They wanted to know how we did it.
Yeah. So, but that's just how it worked out and how it was easier to do.
Yep.
And so we talked to them for a little bit. We were nice because we were able to actually get our awning out,
put our chairs
out on our table, and kind of relax for a little bit.
Had a drink.
We don't have spikes to hold the awning down, so we put it back up back at the night. So And that first day getting there wasn't like the prettiest of days or anything. It was kind of the cloudy and cool. It was a good driving day.
It had been cloudy and kind of cool. We hadn't had much sun, and I like the sun. Yeah. I can do snow. That's fine. I can do cooler temperatures as long as the sun comes out. I'm good.
So we settled in for the night, and kind of planned that we were going to do the hike the next day to the actual Sahara. I think it was about 2.5 kilometers through the woods that we would have to hike, and we haven't done a whole lot of walking or hiking or anything. So the gas tank was full for it. So we got up in the morning, we had breakfast, and we decided to start heading out for the Dutch Sahara.
This was, through the woods.
Yeah, it was. I wouldn't call it like a rugged.
No, but it wasn't.
But it was a pretty decent. It was a good hike.
Paved and perfectly flat. This was up and down and around and over and
and there were a couple times we made it a little bit longer because we made the wrong turn or whatever. We didn't have a map. I used the Gaia app, I think it's pronounced, Gaia. It was a lifesaver for us, at least on the way out there.
Yes.
We'll talk about the way back in a minute.
Yes.
And we got probably a little over 2 kilometers in, and you were starting to...
I was struggling.
You were starting to lose a little faith that we were going to be able to make it.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I was looking around, and I didn't see anything that could possibly resemble sand. And we were in there, and I was getting tired, and... You know, I'm fat and lazy.
Yeah. Salsa wasn't helping either.
Yeah, she was pulling on me.
She wanted to sniff everything and everything else. So she was not on duty at the time.
Yes, I was.
So, and I somehow convinced you. I don't know how, but we were literally.
We're almost there.
We were like 300 meters away.
Yeah.
So it really wasn't that far. And in fact, I think
I'm so glad.
We went up a hill and came around a bend, and you could actually see this wider entrance. Up to it. And so we went up there and we took in the view, and it was a Sahara.
Yeah. Lots of sand. You're going to post the picture of Salsa, right?
Yes, because Salsa, I think.
She stood there. I couldn't get her to look at me to get a picture. I had to put my phone in front of her for the picture.
Yeah.
Insert here.
Yes.
So.
But we think what she was thinking is that you drove me 2.5 kilometers through the woods to see the world's largest litter box. But we don't know what she was thinking, but that could have been what she was thinking.
Yeah.
So it was a big it was a big sandy area. We could have walked a little bit more through it, but we're not ready for that yet.
Boop.
So we made our way back. It was a little bit shorter back because we knew where we were going, but we had an expert guide because Salsa knew every turn
we were supposed to take. She just kept walking, and she'd turn us.
Yeah.
And she knew where to go. It was
sometimes
amazing.
we would stop and wait.
Yeah, to see
if she would try to decide somewhere else. But no, she
three ways to go.
Every single time.
Every single time she knew where to go.
So if the phone dies or something and we're stuck in the woods, we know Salsa will get us back home, right? So
we've got a tracker dog.
Yeah. We got back and we probably settled in for the night because we ended up.
We were so tired.
Yeah, walking the 5 kilometers or whatever there and back. Had a little dinner, settled in for the night.
Yep.
Woke up the next morning, and the plan for the next morning was, first of all, there was a Pancake House nearby on our route that we were going to go on. So we had to have at least one more
pancake.
One more Dutch pancake before we left. And then there was another area on the other side of the Sahara that was supposed to have like a lookout or something that we kind of wanted to get to. So we got up in the morning, we packed everything up, we drained our tanks, filled up with water, and set out for the Pancake House. And we got there, and it wasn't just a restaurant Pancake House.
Oh my
gosh. It had like this huge playground in the back for kids, and pardon, but this is what they call it, midget golf. We would call it mini golf or putt-putt.
They call it midget golf.
Yep, they had that there. And they had like this little pedal car track that the kids could drive around, and a horse.
It was really impressive that they had for the kids. I mean, we noticed that the playgrounds were bigger and better, and there was always some sort of kid-inclusive places that we went. But this one was unbelievable.
Yeah, this is very much a family-oriented area. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Costa Rica when we were there 10 or 12 years ago, that you would just go out in the middle of nowhere and there's this big restaurant.
Yeah.
And along with the restaurant, they have like a little museum sometimes, or a playground or something, because they obviously know that they got to have more things to attract people to come. Yeah, family-oriented stuff. So the pancakes were good. Probably not as good as that first place we went to, but they were pretty.
But they were good.
They were pretty good. And then we drove over to the other place that we wanted to see more of the Sahara, but unfortunately, the only parking lot that they had there had a height requirement, and we were too tall for it.
Holly couldn't make it.
So we had to kind of abandon that idea. And that kind of leads us into our next video, because we were finally leaving the Netherlands.
Are you excited?
We were going to be going to country number 2.
Leaving.
Finally. I think it's probably been about a month, I think it was, that it took us to get there.
Yep.
And in order to see that part of the adventure,
you need to subscribe, like our videos.
Yep. You can follow us on the blog, and then on Facebook, which will be most recent. You can follow us there. Make sure on Facebook that you look for Empty Nest Adventures TV. So there's, like I said, we didn't invent empty nesting. So there's other sites out there as well. So we'll see you next time for our next Empty Nest Adventure. Sprechen Sie Deutsch. There's a hint for you.
Bye-bye.